want to practice your short game 2 hours for every hour you practice your long game, which is why it's so important. Okay, so in a shot like this, we have a 60-degree wedge in our hand. So there's two ways to play this. You can either play it with a high lofted wedge, like a 60-degree wedge or 56-degree wedge, or you can do the bump and run with an 8-iron or 9-iron. I prefer the 60-degree wedge. That's what I've always done. So if you're gonna hit it with a 60-degree wedge like you would on tour or like you would see on TV, there's one key factor, and that's to hit it like a putting stroke. So I'm gonna show you. A lot of amateurs wanna hinge their wrist and hit it really high and pop it up and all that stuff. All we need to do is get it over this hill. So the most important thing is we use the loft of the wedge, which is 60 degrees, and we hit it like a putting stroke. So as you can see, I never hinge my wrist really at all, okay? I hit it just like a putting stroke. So as I come back and through, I'm gonna use the loft to just pop it up, and the momentum of the club is gonna make the ball go forward and get the loft I need. As you can see, my wrist never hinged. All I did was hit it like a putting stroke. I didn't get it in here, I didn't loft it. You get a lot of amateurs, if they're coming over here that aren't using a bump and run technique, they're gonna wanna open the face, or they're gonna wanna hit that high lofted Phil Mickelson shot. When you're only about 15 to 20 yards from the hole, you don't need all that. So what happens is they get in here, now it looked really nice, but look at how far we have. We have further now than we started with. So yes, it looks nice and it impresses your friends and everything, but there's too much uncertainty there. We could have chunked it and went nowhere, or we could have hit it really nice and pretty, but now we have a longer shot than we started with. So the key is, if you're taking a high lofted club, hit it like a putting stroke and let the loft do the work. Again, with that putting stroke chip that we talked about, we obviously have to be within the yardage. If we're out there or a little further away to where we have to end up hinging our wrists, it's not gonna work. But again, we're only about 20 yards, 15, 20 yards from the hole, so we can use that putting stroke. Now, you can certainly use the putting stroke chip from back there if you use a more lofted club, such as a 56 or a 52, but again, that all takes practice. You wanna practice your short game 2 hours for every hour you practice your long game, which is why it's so important. So we're gonna come over here, okay? We're gonna make that little putting stroke here, okay? No hinging of the wrists, just rocking our shoulders, letting the loft get in the way. Just like that. How about that? Just like that.